We are back with another decoy review. It's been a while, about a year actually, since my last decoy review, and that was last year on the Bulk Decoy Club Canada full bodies that they had just dropped. Now, this time we got something new. We got some Avian X Lesser goose floaters. I haven't seen a whole lot of videos on these, so I decided to go ahead and make one, just in case anybody else is looking for kind of a product overview, some comparisons, and some other stuff. So let me go ahead and get these decoys put together, and then I will show you what these guys look like. Alright, so I went ahead and just got two of them put together real quick. These decoys are two pieces, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's kind of annoying. So the kind of rester and swimmer, they were super easy to get on. Now the sentry and then the kind of active, I guess that would be the swimmer, the heads are a little tight, so I'm gonna have to get those put on once I get done making this video. But I just wanted to go ahead, I mean, you guys can see in the pictures what they look like just right there on the boxes. So these decoys, I think they do look really, really good. The only downside to them is they only come in a 4-pack, and they are very expensive. So I picked these up for $160 a dozen, or $160 a 4-pack, my bad. You can get them from Rogers, Cabela's, Bass Pro for $160. If you buy them straight from Avian X, they're like $180 to $200 a 4-pack, which I think is kind of absurd. Now, the reason I went ahead and bought these goose floaters is, one, I love Avian X. I have like 3 or 4 dozen of their Mallard Top Flight series, so I wanted to go ahead and pick up some of their goose floaters as well. Now, I picked them up because, as you guys can see, I have a Ford Ranger and I don't have a very big bed. So the more space I have to pack more decoys, the better. So that is why I went ahead and picked these up. Now, they are very expensive, which does suck, but I think that they are going to be worth it in the long run. It's about $500 a dozen if you do spend the $160 a 4-pack. So I might end up picking up a couple more dozen as the season goes on. I don't know yet. We'll see how these work. They're not a heavy decoy by any means, but they're not light either. They seem very durable. I've already kind of thrown them around, dropped them off the side of my bed. No scratches, no dings. They are flocked heads. Excuse me. So when you pop these heads off for these resters right here, this, obviously you can see the kind of indentation right there. This is flocked, the whole head's flocked. The tails are not flocked, which I'm kind of surprised. But so it's only the heads that are flocked on these decoys. $160 a 4-pack. They are very small. I know they do say lessers, but I would honestly almost say they're more like a cackler, which is fine with me. I need the space. Big geese are still going to see this, and they're still going to come in. So you don't have to worry about, if you're going to throw out lesser spreads, only shooting lessers or small geese. You can still shoot big geese over lessers. If anybody tells you otherwise, it's a myth. It's not true. But I have a G&H goose floater and then a Heyday goose floater that will go ahead and do a size comparison. These are super popular goose floaters. Some of you may have them, some of you may not, but you have seen guys who run them, so you kind of have an idea of how big those goose decoys are. Alright, so I went ahead and put up the G&H goose floater and the Heyday to compare for sizes on the Avian X Lessers, and as you guys can see, they're like half the size. Okay, so if you have a vehicle where you can't fit a whole lot of decoys, or a trailer where you can't fit a whole lot of decoys, these Avian X Lessers are going to be the way to go. You're going to be able to fit a lot more and a tighter space. And again, you're not going to complain about more decoys. More decoys is always better, unless you're hunting some late season pressured birds. But then again, big spreads, I love setting big spreads, so being able to fit more decoys in my truck, I'm very excited. Now, the Heyday isn't flocked, the G&H obviously isn't flocked, so these heads are going to pop with the sizes of these Avian X, because I know I'm going to run all three of these brands together this year. So having different size of decoys is going to make the spread pop even more. It's going to make the spread look even more realistic. So I'm super excited for goose season. It's coming up soon, September right now as I'm recording, and goose season starts in November. For me here in Kansas, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So as the season progresses, I might do an update video on how they're holding up. But if you guys want to see more product reviews, duck calling, goose calling, tips and tricks, anything, just leave it below in the comments, and hopefully I'll get some more videos made.